So we're here to discuss the 49ers and the Cowboys. Now, this game literally just wrapped up, and I'm recording my immediate reactions. They're literally showing the playoff scenarios and who plays who next week, because it looks like San Francisco plays Green Bay next week. Oh my God. The Cowboys need to fire every single person on their staff. Fire everybody. What was that play call? A quarterback draw with like 18 seconds left or whatever it was left, and they couldn't even spike it? That had to have been the dumbest play call of all time. It's just unfathomable what they just did. Seriously, what were the Cowboys doing? That I'm literally trying to think of any good reason why they would do. I know what they were trying to do. They did not execute that whatsoever. None whatsoever. And they knew the scenario with the clock. So why would you run that in the first place? Why would you run that in the first place? This is why I like recording like immediately after the game, because I can give my live reaction. Basically, this was stupid. I'm literally trying to come up with the correct words. If I'm the Cowboys and I'm a fan of the Cowboys, I want everybody gone. Every single person on the Cowboys gone. Mike McCarthy, Kellen Moore, everybody, Dan Quinn, everybody. That was, I literally wish I had other words. That was the absolute dumbest way for the Cowboys to lose that game. And I think that kind of just shows the Cowboys this entire game as a whole. That final play was the Cowboys game in one play. That final play was the Cowboys this entire game. The Cowboys were this game, and it wasn't, the 49ers weren't perfect either. This was a game of who was trying to lose the game, who wanted to lose the game the most. Like, each of these teams had so many opportunities to put this game away, so many opportunities to take advantage. Nobody did. It was just so bad. Like, credit to everybody in this game. Like, this was the most disgusting game of the weekend so far of Wild Card Weekend, but I also think this was the best game of the entire Wild Card Weekend so far. But holy crap, this game was absolutely gross. It was disgusting, because you look at the Cowboys, they had penalty after penalty after penalty, drive-killing penalties the entire freaking game, and it killed any momentum that they could have gotten at all in this game. So many freaking penalties in this game, and so many of them were costly. Like Randy Gregory had an absolutely terrible game himself. Some of those, penalties that he did cause weren't necessary for him to cause. Just the Cowboys as a whole were not good in this game. Like, Dak didn't have a good game. The Cowboys defense didn't have a good game. It was not, for the Cowboys as a whole in this game, it was disgusting. And you look at what Mike McCarthy did. He throws a fake punt in this game. And then after the fake punt, he tries to do some trickery. He leaves the special teams unit on the field. And when he does that, he only leaves the offense like 13 seconds left on the field, or on the clock, on the play clock. And then he runs his offense back on the field. But you have to give the defense enough time and a chance to get their substitution in. And because of that, it caused a delay of game penalty, because the officials have to stop the game to allow substitutions. Like, the ref's not going to pump up the play clock because you decided to make a boneheaded play on your offense. The fake punt was a good idea, but just run the offense back on the field. Like, that was so dumb. Anytime the Cowboys did anything good, they took like 4 steps backwards in this game. It felt like they had so many freaking opportunities in this game. And then the game even started poorly for them. They did that little lateral at the beginning of the play, completely botched that. Like, that was completely messed up. Mike McCarthy, I think there was times in this game when he was punting when he shouldn't have. Or in this game, like, he shouldn't have punted at times. There was times he was kicking a field goal instead of going for it on 4th and whatever it was. Like, it was 4th and probably really manageable for him to go for it instead of kicking the field goal. 4th and 7, instead they kicked the field goal. Like, there was just so many boneheaded decisions by the Cowboys in this game. Like, so freaking many. It was terrible. Mike McCarthy probably needs to be fired, because his clock management is absolutely the worst. The worst in the NFL. It was terrible. And I'm rattling on the Cowboys. Like, the 49ers weren't any better in this game. I felt like the 49ers themselves, they were definitely the better team in this game. But there was times where I'm just thinking, like, why are you doing any of the things that you're doing? Like, there was no reason for half the things they were doing. None whatsoever. Like, their refusal to run the ball at times was just really, really stupid. Like, this was Super Bowl 51 and 54 for Kyle Shanahan all over again. Like, we really thought Kyle Shanahan was about to blow another lead, another one. And I'm just thinking, like, well, as a Chiefs fan, I know exactly what this is like watching Kyle Shanahan do it. In this game, I was rooting for the 49ers to win. I mean, I was also rooting for a good game, which we kind of got, but it was also disgusting on both of these teams' ends because they were just terrible. But the 49ers, Kyle Shanahan, just him as a whole, when he was with Atlanta and the 49ers, he loves to make games way more interesting, because some people are blaming Jimmy G. Like, he missed a couple wide open throws. One of them was to Ayuk, I think, and he threw that awful interception. But I'm just like, you can't necessarily blame Jimmy Garoppolo for that, because in that situation, he shouldn't have even been throwing the football. Like, none whatsoever. So I don't know why you would blame Jimmy G. If you're going to blame him, you have to put just as much blame on Kyle Shanahan for his dumb play calling at parts of this game. And then it was bad. Like, there was times the Cowboys had like a 4th and 1, they didn't go for it, and everything else. It was just really, really stupid. This game was really bad, and it exposed both of these teams for how badly coached they are. Like, their executions, their game plans might be nice. Like, the 49ers game plan was sweet, but the coaching decisions that Kyle Shanahan made at points in this game were just disgusting and terrible. It was bad at times. Like, the 49ers put together a good first half, and I'm just thinking, like, well, if the 49ers lose this game, it's because they're doing the same thing the Bengals couldn't do and finish drives with touchdowns, and they were having to settle for field goals and stuff like that. But then, you know, they were able to capitalize in the second half. The 49ers were off of a Cowboys interception, and after that, and then they score a touchdown a couple plays later. I'm like, all right, this game is definitely over. But they let the Cowboys crawl right back into this game. You know, the 49ers or the Cowboys kick a field goal, the 49ers throw an interception right after that, and then the Cowboys score a touchdown. And I'm just like, here we go. This is where the choke job begins for the 49ers. Like, I full on expected that. And then it was bad coaching all around, terrible clock management by both of these teams. Mike McCarthy just absolutely choked this game. Like, that last play call was stupid. That was one of the dumbest play calls I think I've ever seen. Like, how do you run that play? Like, if I'm the Cowboys, I think you should literally consider firing him. Like, that was absolutely gross. And then, you know, you look at the Cowboys even more, like, they're kicking field goals and they're paying Dak a whole bunch of money. And it's like, you paid Dak a whole bunch of money and you're just putting him in a position to kick field goals instead of, you know, continuing the drives. And then you have a kicker that you can't even trust. He make them, but it's like, you're paying a quarterback that much money and you just don't, and you don't give him the ball in his hands to continue it. But yeah, the Cowboys, they shot themselves in the foot this entire game. Too many stupid penalties. Way too many penalties. And the 49ers, like, that late in that game where they could have iced it, they had like a 4th and less than an inch, and they got a false start. And I'm just like, all right, here's where the 49ers choke it. Like, there was only like 40-something odd seconds left in this game, but I'm like, it's going to be very, very hard for the Cowboys to even come back. But I'm just like, there were so many plays that just defined this game. So many penalties by both of these teams that were really dumb. I thought the 49ers, they had multiple chances where I thought they were going to choke it. And the Cowboys, just absolutely dumb, horrendous play call at the end. That was horrendous. Like, that, I think that's the only word you could say. That was horrendous to end your season like that. And this season is a failure for the Cowboys. Like, Dak came back, played solid football most of the season. You have the pieces in place. Your defense was much better, and you couldn't do anything. And the offense of the Cowboys couldn't do anything with that pass rush that the 49ers have. Like, the 49ers have a legitimately elite pass rush, and the Cowboys couldn't stop anything tonight. The Cowboys could not stop that pass rush of the 49ers, and they couldn't stop shooting themselves in the foot. But that is my recap of the 49ers and the Cowboys. The 49ers won 23-17 in an ugly game, but again, a very thoroughly entertaining football game. I guess this is what the NFL wants. Give me your thoughts down below of what you thought of this game, and I'll see you in the next one.